Hello, and welcome to this video where we will be comparing the performance of rendering a 4K video on two different laptops with different hardware specifications. In this video, we will be taking a look at how well two different laptops perform when rendering a 4K video using DaVinci Resolve 18, a popular video editing software. We will be using a high-end laptop with a powerful processor and graphics card and a lower-end laptop with more modest hardware. We'll be comparing the rendering time as well as the overall performance and smoothness of the video editing process on both the laptops. This will give us a good idea of how different hardware configurations can impact the performance of video editing softwares. So, if you're interested in learning more about the performance of DaVinci Resolve 18 on different hardware setups, be sure to stay tuned for the rest of this video. We'll be showing you the results of our tests and giving you all the information we derived from the comparison. Let's have an overview of the hardware specifications of the laptops we'll be using for this comparison. First, let's look at MSI Bravo 15. Bravo 15 is powered by a Ryzen 5 4600H processor and has a RAM of 16 GB and comes with 512 GB SSD. It also has a 4 GB AMD Radeon RX 5500M graphics card. Next, let's look at Asus Vivobook 14. Vivobook 14 has a slightly less powerful Intel Core i5 processor and comes with 8 GB of RAM and 512 GB SSD. It also has a 2 GB NVIDIA GeForce MX 110 graphics card. As you can see, both the laptops have similar hardware specifications, but MSI Bravo 15 has a more powerful processor with 6 cores, whereas the Vivobook is powered by 4 cores. Moving forward, let's get started with editing and rendering the video.
Now, we'll be walking you through the process of importing and editing a 4K video in DaVinci Resolve 18 and rendering it for the final output. First, we need to open DaVinci Resolve 18 and then create a new project and give it a name and then click on create. I'm editing on MSI Bravo 15. As you can see, there are no clips in media pool. To import the clips, we need to right click and then import media. We have a 4K video downloaded in our system. We'll select a green screen video and then one more background video and click on open. Now the video is added to the media pool, and then we need to drag the green screen video to our timeline. And to remove the green screen, we need to click on effects and then search for 3D keyer effect. You can see the 3D keyer effect. We need to left click and drag it to our video clip. Once it's done, we need to click on this drop down menu and then select open FX overlay. After this, click on effects. We can see three eyedroppers. Select the leftmost eyedropper and draw it on the green part of your green screen video. Now the green screen is removed, but still we can see some of the green parts on the edge of our subject. To remove that, go to behavioral options and then slide the despill slider until the green part is removed. As you can see, there are no green parts here. So after this, select the background video and drag and drop it to our timeline. Since the background video is only of 10 seconds, we need to copy paste it multiple times. So now our video is ready. As we can see, the green screen is completely removed. So now we have successfully edited our video. After this, we need to render the video to get the final output. To render the video, go to the Deliver tab and then select the settings. We can change the resolution if you want. We'll select this, and then once we click on Add to Render Queue, it will ask for the location. And once we click on Save, our final video is added to the render queue. After this, we need to click on Render All. So now the video is getting rendered. It's saying 1 minute 23 seconds remaining.
So now let's start with the performance analysis of AMD Ryzen 5 and Intel Core i5 processor during video rendering on DaVinci Resolve 18. So there are several factors that can contribute to the faster video rendering times on the both of these processors. One of the factor is the number of cores and the threads that each processor has. So AMD Ryzen 5 has a 6 cores and 12 threads, while Intel Core i5 processor has 4 cores and 8 threads. So this makes the AMD Ryzen 5 better suited for the tasks that can be parallelized, such as video rendering, which can lead to the faster rendering times in the DaVinci Resolve 18. So, and also we can see from the graph, Intel Core i5 uses CPU 100% compared to the AMD Ryzen 5. So another factor is the architecture of the processor. AMD Ryzen 5 has Gen 3 architecture, which is optimized for video rendering and can result in the faster times in the DaVinci Resolve 18 compared to the Intel Core i5 processor, which uses Ice Lake architecture. So now let's look at the memory usage. Now we'll see the memory usage during the video rendering on DaVinci Resolve 18. So here we can see the number of commits and the remaining memory component usage in the DaVinci Resolve process is more in the Ryzen 5 compared to the Intel Core i5. Because in AMD Ryzen 5 we have a 16 GB RAM and Intel Core i5 has a 8 GB RAM. So the RAM present in both of these processor CPU system also matters during the video rendering. So moving to the disk usage, and also we can see here AMD Ryzen 5, that is the number of reads and writes in bytes per second is less compared to the Intel Core i5 processor, since all the resource need for the execution already present in the main memory. So the disk usage is less in the AMD Ryzen 5 processor. Finally, the specific rendering settings and the option being used in the DaVinci Resolve 18 can also play a very important role. For example, we can enable the multi-core usage in the DaVinci Resolve by enabling the checkbox in the DaVinci Resolve's rendering settings. So it's worth nothing that video rendering performance is just one aspect of the processor performance, and the overall performance of the processor will depend on the specific workload being run. However, if you are looking to get the best rendering performance in DaVinci Resolve 18, AMD Ryzen may be a good choice due to its high number of cores and threads, and it is optimized architecture for the video rendering. So thanks for watching this video. Have a nice time.